Ciao! How are we all? We alright? Happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. This week's Homebrew Wednesday video, I'm just going to knock up a bog standard homebrew cider, but I'm going to be using one of these, Coldpress Granny Smith apple drink. It's quite nice. It's a new thing. I found it in Tesco. It's very sweet and very citrusy. Got quite a strong tang to it. I'm wondering how it's going to work in a turbo. But the good thing about this is that it says here 100% Granny Smith apple, no heat pasteurization, no preservatives, no concentrates, no added sugar, no added colour, no added flavours. So there's absolutely nothing in this drink apart from apples. That's always a good thing. So we'll chuck that in a brew. What else is going on, chaps? Well, let me have a little thinky poos. Right, I've got a blueberry cider on the go, and that was rustled up with 3 litres of apple juice and 1 litre of blueberry juice from Sainsbury's. It seems to be going okay. That one will probably need some time to age. Again, if I put malic acid in there, which I tend to do in a lot of my brews, then I feel like I need to leave the brews for at least 6 months before they get up to scratch. That seems to be the case. So we won't be tasting that one just yet. However, I need to take some other homebrew bottles to the shed this week, and the second batch of the hopped cider is going into the shed, as is a batch of apple and pear juice that I knocked up again from a demijohn. That may have appeared in a previous Homebrew Wednesday video. I'm not too sure, I can't recall. Forgive the noise in the background, guys. Today is a day that the council, God bless them, have taken the decision to mow all of the lawns in the close, which is great because they needed a little bit of a mow. However, it's chucking it down in rain, and it really is a horrible day. So I feel a little bit sorry for them. I would take them out of homebrew, but it's probably not a good idea, is it? While they're mowing the lawns, they might fall over. So we'll just let them get on with it. What else is going on? Not very much in the brewing world, I'm afraid. The lager has been bottled and is now in the kitchen in crates, carbonating, hopefully, fingers crossed. That will go into the shed in a week or so, and again I'll probably leave that to age for a bit, because I find that aging helps with the drinks, guys. I know some of the other brew tubers out there have had some success with leaving their brews for quite a long time to age, and some brews benefit from it, some don't. It's just one of those things. However, I've not had any issues really. I've maybe had one bad batch, and that was one of my early batches that I tried that I really didn't like. The other ones have been drinkable. 1 or 2 of them have been, a little bit on the edge, shall we say. On the edge of me chucking them rather than drinking them. But I don't like chucking food or drink away. This is why I'm this big chap. Yeah, I don't like to waste food or drink. So I just drink it, basically. What else has been going on? Ah, yes, I've submitted my first tutor-marked assessment. Yeah, on the Open University. That's been fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, in all honesty, but I've not had it marked yet, so I might be changing my tune once I've had the marks back. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. That was a bit of a challenge, but ultimately I managed to do it, so we'll see if I wasn't talking complete and utter nonsense this time next week, hopefully, guys. I'll keep you updated on my very first essay. That's all for now. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop into the kitchen, and I'm going to take you with me, folks. Yeah, because I'm nice like that. You've seen my kitchen anyway. I've got nothing to hide from you. And we're going to rustle up that turbo cider from this Coldpress Granny Smith apple drink. Other juices are available, folks, yes, but don't tell anyone. Because I saw it and I thought, sounds interesting, I'll give it a go. It may turn out horrible, I won't know till I do it. But what do I always say? I don't know why I'm looking over there. You're not there, are you? You're there, aren't you? Hello. What do I always say, folks? It's all about experimentation, and other juices in supermarkets are available. It's true though, isn't it? Yeah, I really am not into this because I'm advertising one supermarket over another, or another juice over another juice. I don't care, right? I just use whatever juices I want to use. If I'm in Tesco's, I'll pick a Tesco juice up. If I'm in Waitrose, I'll pick a Waitrose juice up, etc. Sainsbury's, Asda, whatever. Right? All the other supermarkets are available, folks, not just the ones I mentioned, okay? And our other juices. In particular, there is a juice I like. That's in Lidl. And I think it's the Solvita juice. It's one. There are two juices they do in Lidl's, apple juices. One is 50% and one is 100%, and it's the 100% one. So far, that has come out really good in all the brews I've done. So if I had to choose a juice at gunpoint, I would probably do that one again above all the others I've done to date. That's not saying it's better than any of the other juices, it's just that for my palate, that particular apple juice has come out really well the 2 times I've done a batch on it. Now, I haven't done a big batch, I've only done small batches on those. I might have been lucky, so next time I try it, I'll keep you updated, chaps, because it'd be interesting to see how it turns out again. But that's for another time. Today we're going to be doing this cold press Granny Smith's apple one. Again, don't know how it's going to turn out, but we don't care. We'll give it a go anyway. So let's go that way. Or shall we go maybe that way? I don't know. As if by magic. Hello chaps, me again. Now before we kick off the turbo cider with the cider press drink, I was going to do something a little bit different this week. You may recall a few turbo cider videos ago, I was going to have a go. I mentioned it briefly as I was doing the fruit punch, I believe. I was going to have a go at this, chucking this in to a demijohn with apple juice. This is concentrate, you know, Waitrose concentrate, 50% apple juice. This has got potassium sorbate in it though, so it's going to inhibit the yeast from growing. Now I can get around that probably by kicking off a starter, and then once it's started bubbling up, the yeast that is, and we've got some lovely yeasties going, throw that into the brew, and hopefully that should be enough to counteract the potassium sorbate that's in here. Bit of a bummer, but you know, what can you do? Sodium metabisulfite, again, it's there to kill the yeast off, which is exactly what they've used it for in this particular drink. So I might give that a one a miss for now. If I do decide to do it, chaps, I'll let you know. I'm not sure whether boiling it will make any difference. Chances are I probably won't get rid of it. But if I kick off a starter with some yeast and see if I can get around it that way, I'm not confident though. So I might just drink that anyway as a fruit juice, or I might have a go at it at some point and see if I can get around it. But I need to do some reading up on it really. I'm just guessing out the top of my head the sort of things I can do to get around it. Or, you know, I could go out and buy a juice that hasn't got that in it. But I don't know. We'll leave it for now. So instead of doing that, we're going to be using the cold press Granny Smith apple juice, as I've already shown you. I've got 3 of those. Sorry, I'm just over here. I've got 3 of those. I didn't buy 4, so I've got a spare value juice. Chuck that in with it. No reason why not. We like to fiddle about, don't we, with these juices, and it's all I've got. So we'll chuck that in with it. We'll measure the starting gravity, see what that's like. If it's around 4, 4.5 to 5, great. I won't add any extra sugar in. But if it's not, then you know I'm going to have to bump it up a little bit with some brewing sugar or any other sugar I can get my hands on. Fermentable sugar, obviously, guys. No point chucking in sugar that is not fermentable because nothing will happen. So the first things first, we need to sanitize our equipment. So I'm going to go away and do that, and I'll get back to you. Hey guys, this is the sink, the infamous sink where all the home brewing activities take place. Well, some of them anyway. Mostly cleaning. There's a little funnel there for the hydrometer to go in. There's the turkey baster that I use. I must make sure that that gets sterilised. Sorry, sanitised. There I go again, guys. There's my lovely funnel. That's about it really. And in here somewhere, there's the lid. And also over here, the airlock. So that will sit there for about 15 minutes, sanitising itself. Here, our sanitised fermenting vessel, plastic one this time. It's warm enough, I think, for me to leave this one in the kitchen for now. Room temperature should be okay. It's around about 21 degrees in my house at the moment. It's quite warm. Haven't had to have the heating on just yet. Over here, we've got our litre of Tesco's value juice and 3 litres of the upside down, the Granny Smith apple drink by Coldpress. Remember what I said earlier, there's nothing in that, no added crap, so that should just be apple juice. So if this doesn't ferment out, there may go, waving my finger, getting angry. If this doesn't ferment out, guys, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. Over here we've got yeast nutrient. I'm going to chuck some of that in. I'm going to throw in some pectolase because I tend to do that anyway. Malic acid and some wine tannin. So let's leave this sanitised for the next 10 or 15 minutes and come back. During those 15 minutes I'm going to kick off a little starter, a little yeasty starter, and I'll get back to you. Right guys, you can probably see in the bottom of the fermenting vessel there, I've put in the teaspoon of malic acid, a teaspoon of wine tannin and a teaspoon of pectolase. So all that's left to do now is to pour in this lovely Granny Smith juice. There we go, it's going into the fermenting vessel. That's 1 litre. Let's do the next one. Lovely action shot this, isn't it folks? You know I like to mix things up a bit. And the final Granny Smith apple juice, we'll chuck that in there. There we go. All we need to do now is to chuck in our litre of everyday value pure apple juice from Tesco's. Here we go, that's going in there folks. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll get a little bit of a measurement on this. We'll see how much sugar is in there and what the starting gravity is like before we add the yeast and the yeast nutrient. Hey guys, not sure you can get in on this, but the gravity reading is about 1044. I'll make that around about a 4 to 4.5%. It will depend on whether the yeast will completely ferment out or not. I'm using Young's cider yeast, so I've seen no reason in this instance for it to not ferment out, but you know, the worst, we get a 4% cider, which is fine. Hey guys, last minute addition. What I've decided to do, as there isn't an awful lot of juice in there, and we could probably put a little bit more in, I've got some apple and blackberry juice drink from Asda's that I had lying around, so I'm going to chuck in some of that, top that up a bit. About half a litre there, I think, maybe just a little bit less. That should be okay, I think. we'll take another little gravity reading in a second. We'll give it a little bit of a shake first, and then we'll see how we get on. So there's our starter yeast, guys. Just put the funnel back in, and we'll chuck that into the drink. There we go. It's not left hardly anything in there, so I'm not too concerned about that. And the last thing we do, of course, is we add in a teaspoon of yeast nutrient into the top of that. There's our yeast nutrient, guys, just to show I'm not having you on. Chuck some of that in there. That should do it. We're all set. Hello. Oh, you're there. Hello. I was looking there. Why was I looking there? Because you're over there, aren't you? Yeah. Hello. Hello in YouTube land. Now, as you know, this week, I have been mostly making a homebrew cider from, I went all R then, didn't I? I don't know why, but I went all West Country then. I don't know why, what happened there, or not what one, or no, what, why, or Anyway, back to the old Essex accent now. Yeah, we've done a turbo cider for using the, I keep getting an itchy nose, guys, sorry, it must be allergies and things. We did a turbo cider using the Granny Smith apple juice. We did 3 of those, 3 litres of that, a litre of Tesco apple juice value stuff, and I did about 500 millilitres of Asda blackberry and apple, or was it blackcurrant and apple? Blackcurrant, I think, yes, blackcurrant and apple, just to round the flavours off a little bit. And that will go hopefully really well, and we'll bottle it in a week or 2, and we'll carbonate it, and we'll leave it in the kitchen for another couple of weeks, and then we'll move it to the shed. Yeah, but the problem is, folks, I need to probably carry on drinking some more of my ciders, because there's hardly any room left in the shed, and I'm running out of places to put my beer. Either that, or I'll have to start going up into the attic and putting my beer up there. See if I can find some room up there. I don't know, we'll see how we get on. Anyway, it's not your problem, is it? It's my problem. I'll deal with it, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, don't worry. So, that's all for this week, folks. I haven't really got much more to say than that. If you want to suggest any brews for me to have a go at, bearing in mind I'm not a beer fan, really. I don't like IPAs, I don't like bitter. Sorry, it's not my fault, it's my palate. Blame my palate. Not for me, really. I like lagers occasionally, as I said before. I'll drink lager at a push. If I don't like lager, I'll mix it with cider, and I'll go have myself a little, what do they call them? What do they call them? Snake bites. Ah, yes, snake bites. I'll have myself a little snake bite and blackcurrant. Get some of that damn in it, and everything is fine in the world. But yeah, beer's not for me, I'm afraid. I think it's probably because it's one of the first drinks, thinking back on it as I do now, one of the first drinks I had at a party when I was about 15 or 16. There was a party around a friend's house, and I woke up and I had we all fell asleep overnight and we were drinking when we shouldn't have been. But I woke up and I had a 2-litre bottle of bitter, and it was flat, and I'd half drunk it, and I was lying upside down on this sofa somewhere, having fallen there the night before. It's not big and it's not clever, folks, so don't think it is. I'm just telling you a story, so learn from it. Yeah, and I've not liked bitter or ale since, so I apologise for that. So a lot of the stuff that you do out there in YouTube land and BrewTube land, should I say, correct myself there, it's not really going to be of any use to me, because I don't drink the stuff, and I'll just be making it for my mates. And I don't know any of them that drink bitter apart from one, and he runs his own brewery anyway, so yeah, it's a bit of a waste of time for me, which is why I stick to me ciders, because those are the things I'll drink. Lagers, yeah, we'll see how that Munton's lager kit gets on. next week, folks, if you want to leave some suggestions down here, as I was starting to say, please do give me some suggestions on what you might want me to have a bash at, turbo cider wise, and I might pick your idea, steal it. Yes, I'll steal it. Give it a go. Of course, there are loads of variations on things that we could do, but if you want me to have a bash at it and you want me to film it and see how it's done, make a suggestion. If I don't get any suggestions, or I get suggestions I don't like, then I'll just probably next time around knock up the Cooper's cider kit, Cooper's lager kit. Sorry, I have cider on the brain. That's what happens when you spend 26, 27 or 8 years as a cider monster. Yeah, that's what happens. Anyway, I might knock up the Cooper's lager kit because I found it, folks. Yes, it was hiding somewhere, so I might give that a little go. But please do let me know. Let me know you're watching. Give me the thumbs up. Leave us some comments below. I know some guys have been good enough to do that already, so thank you, chaps. Always a pleasure to hear that you guys are liking some of the stuff I do, even if you don't like all of it. Fine. I'm not doing it for you though, really. I'm doing it for me. Yeah, this is therapy, folks. Yeah, you don't know what goes on inside this brain of mine. Yeah, I wouldn't do it otherwise, unless I was getting something out of it. But in this instance, it's good to share, isn't it? That's why we do it, folks. We do it because we like to share. And if one person picks it up and has a go at their own homebrew cider and they, are successful, then that's one more brewer in the UK, one less person spending money in pubs and supermarkets and on that awful carbonated mass-produced crap that you can get. I'm not going to mention any names. You know the big brands, don't you, folks? I'm talking about. Yeah. Don't like them. So, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Have a really good week, guys. As I said, leave me some messages down below. Some suggestions, what you want me to do next. If I don't hear anything from you, I will knock up that Cooper's lager kit and maybe give you an update on some of the other ciders I've done in the last 6 to 8 months or so. We'll do a little bit of a taste test again. And hopefully I'll speak to you next week. So, happy Homebrew Wednesday, and I hope you have a great week. See ya. Ta-ta.